guys, it's Sydney here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I found out I was 18 and pregnant. I'm going to share like a little bit of a backstory as to how it all happened, and then obviously me finding out and what we did next. Obviously had a baby, but you know, all the important info and stuff. So if you guys want to see that, just keep on watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. So to give you guys a bit of a backstory, I had been on the pill. It was called like the Ava 20 or something, and I've been on that for a few years prior. And the reason I went on that was because I've had a lot of back issues through my teen years, and they put it down to something to do with my women things like uterus and periods and all that fun stuff. So I went on the pill originally to minimize how many periods I got, basically to minimize the back pain that I was having. So I would skip it for 3 months at a time. Yeah, so that's that. Everything kind of started in November of 2018. Is it November or October? October? Then in October of 2018, I had some sort of random as reaction. They called it a viral infection. Basically, if I have some photos, I'll include them. Basically, I just swollen up like the Michelin Man is what everyone called me. I was covered in this like hivey red rash, and I was so itchy and my skin was burning, and I could barely walk because my legs were so swollen and my hands were so swollen, and my face, like I was just swollen everywhere. And I was hospitalized for 3 or 4 days. Because of all this, I was on a whole bunch of pills, and like I don't even know what I was on at the time, but yeah, no one had said anything to me about them affecting my pill, but that's like the only thing that I can think of that could have, because I was very good about taking my pill because I got pregnant on the pill. So yeah, just be careful if you're on it, because you never know. I'd swollen up, I was on all these pills and stuff, got home, I healed, and I was all good. Then a few months rolled by. It was December of 2018, and I started to notice that my chest was getting quite big and a bit sore, and other people had noticed as well, like Connor had noticed, some of my friends had noticed, but I hadn't said anything to anyone. So it was just kind of people noticing. Then I was just like, oh yeah, like, you know, didn't think anything of it. Christmas rolled around. We did a big family thing with my family and Connor's family on Boxing Day at Connor's mum's house. Everyone was like joking about it, like, because I was complaining that my chest was sore and bigger and stuff, and everyone was like, haha, you're gonna be pregnant, like, you know, like you do when you kind of don't think that it's actually going to happen. The next day, I had decided to go to the doctors, and that was because I was a bit sore. I was going away to a music festival. I didn't want to go to the music festival and there be something wrong there, because it was like 6 hours away from where we lived. I was like, I just better go see someone and get this checked out and make sure that everything's okay, so that I'm on my happy way at this music festival for New Year's. So I went to the doctors on the 27th of December. Whilst at the doctors, you know, if you're a female and you go to the doctors and you say a certain kind of symptom, then you're always going to go, okay, let's do a pregnancy test. Like, that's the first thing that they do, and I've had them done before, like when I've had like stomach issues and stuff. So it was nothing new to me. I was like, yeah, like I was expecting to do a pregnancy test when I went in. I just never thought to do one myself at home, because I was like, nah, it's not going to be that. She gave me a cup, and I went to the bathroom, and then she put a little test in the cup and made me go wait in her like little doctor's room. And then she walks back in with the test, and I was sitting on this seat, and I remember she just came in and she just looked at me and she's like, it's positive. And in that moment, I didn't really know what to do or say, if I'm honest. My heart just kind of started beating really quickly. I was very shaky. I just felt very weak, very faint. I didn't really know what to do, and I never thought like words could kind of make your body react in such a way, but I did. From there, she kind of explained to me what was going to happen next and what to do, and I said, well, I'm going to this music festival, like, what do I do? And she's like, go. You need time to process, and it's good that you're going away and you have some time just to think before you rush into anything. So she gave me a whole bunch of information, and then gave me a blood test form to go get a blood test to confirm the pregnancy. So right after the doctors, I went and got a blood test. Again, I was still very, very shaky. I could barely talk. I felt very faint. Really? So I went and got the blood test, and then straight after that I called my best friend. She answered, and I said, hey, like, what are you up to? Do you want to come hang out? And she said that she was busy doing something, but she'd come over later. And so I was like, okay. Then I called Connor, and he was actually meant to come with me to the doctor's. I think both of us kind of knew, but didn't at the same time. I don't know, it's really weird to explain, but yeah, so he was meant to come with me. So he knew that I was going to the doctor's, and we've been joking about me being pregnant the day before with all of our family. And so he answers the phone and he goes, so are you pregnant? And I didn't want to tell him over the phone. So I said, oh no, but do you want to come and meet me for coffee? Yeah, he drove down, and I told him where I was, and he brought his sister down, who I'm actually really close with as well. They both jumped into my car from his car. Basically, he was like, so what's up? And I was like, I just couldn't speak, I couldn't say it. I gave him a piece of paper that the doctor had given me, which said like maternity, and it was all this information about getting like ultrasounds and stuff. So it was obvious that on that piece of paper it basically told him that I was pregnant. And him being a dumb boy, he had no idea, and he's like, what? So then I gave him the pregnancy test, which was in like a Ziploc bag, so he didn't have to touch it. Yeah, so I gave him the pregnancy test, and he just goes, what does 2 lines mean? And then his sister's in the back of the car, and she's going, oh my god, she's pregnant! And I genuinely like could barely say anything to either of them. I was still so shaky, so in shock. I remember Connor just grabbed my hand and he's like, I love you, it's gonna be okay. Hey, and clearly it was. We've got an awesome little kid, and I wouldn't change it for the world. We didn't tell any of our family straight away as well, because that was the 27th, and then that night at 3 in the morning we were going to this music festival the day we'd found out. So we were like, I don't want anyone stopping us from going, so we didn't tell anyone until we got back. Okay, so I took a quick little break. My camera just died, so I'm sorry if everything looks a little bit different. It's a bit later in the day, but bear with me. Where was I? So basically, after I told Connor, we went back to Connor's house, and then I came back home, and my best friend came over, and I told her that I'll do like a whole separate video with her in it, possibly, on her like reaction, how I told her and stuff. But yeah, so I told her, and then later that night at 3 AM we were going to this music festival. So we went, we had a really good time. I was really exhausted the whole time. I don't know if that was a placebo thing of like finding out I'm pregnant and now all of a sudden I'm exhausted from being pregnant, or if it was like genuine exhaustion from being pregnant, or just tired from heat exhaustion and dancing and singing and doing all that fun stuff of being in a music festival. We got back home, I think it was 4 days later, in the new year. We told all of our family. Again, I'll do like a different video, see if I can drag some of the family into it and get them to talk about their reaction, and I'll do like how I told them and stuff. Yeah, basically I went through 9 months of pregnancy, 16 hours of labour, 5 months of having this little guy hanging around. And my initial reaction to being pregnant was shock and what the heck do I do next? But now if I ever got pregnant again, like I look back at it and I'm like, that was so stupid, because I'm so happy with my life and with this awesome little man. Hey? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. You say bye? Bye.